Hello putters from around the world, welcome to Putting World. These guys are going to be huge players in the competitive putting game. Here's the facility. Let's go down to Brock Gillespie on the course. Hey guys, we are here at Putting World, Scottsdale, Arizona. Guys, this is the future of competitive putting. These guys have put in millions of dollars into this facility. They're talking about opening up multiple locations nationwide. $30,000 tournament, March 31st and April 1st. And we got National Putting Tours event this Saturday, February 25th at 3 p.m. Guys, here's a little introduction into the course. Hope you like it. Here's hole number 1, slight dogleg left to right. The idea is to throw it up left, up on this hill, and it rolls back down to the hole. All the holes out here are a par 2. This hole is definitely one of the more challenging holes on the course. This is by far the toughest hole on the course, hole number 2. If the dot is over on the far right-hand side, it plays almost unplayable. Most of the time the dot will be on the left-hand side. A little bit of a downhill here at the beginning, and then right here there's an uphill, and you want to throw it to the right. Heavy right to left break right here, back at the hole. Got to be really careful of going long here. Everything that goes in the rough out here is out of bounds. So you got to keep it on the putting surface. This, in my opinion, is the toughest hole on the course, hole number 2. Hole number 3, this is about a 24 to 30 foot putt, depending on where the dot is. It's long, but it's actually a really easy hole. From this dot location right here on the left, plays about 3 inches on the right-hand side of the cup. I see a lot of people making this putt. Very flat putt. And this is hole number 3. Here's hole number 4. From sort of a middle dot here, it's a little bit of a right to left putt. A really makeable putt here. Hole number 4. Here's hole number 5. This is one of the tougher holes on the course. Huge slope here from right to left. You got to play it about 3 or 4 feet out to the right and let it fall down to the hole. The comebacker here is a little bit tricky. Do not want to be long here. Hole number 5. Here's hole number 6. If the dot's on the left-hand side, there is a path that you can play right on the left-hand side next to that rough that breaks a little bit left to right. The dot's over in the middle, over on the right. It's a right to left putt of varying length depending on how far you want to play it up the hill. There's a slight little hill right here that makes things break right to left. This is one of the easier holes on the course. You'd like to make an ace here. It's hole number 6. So this place is broken down into 3 areas. Holes 1 through 6 are on this island here. And then there's 2 other islands that have the rest of the holes, and we'll go there now. This is hole number 7. The dot's on the right-hand side, it's virtually unmakeable unless you slam it in. Some players will go to the left. There's a little bit of a slope on the far left-hand side that allows the ball to come back. Short hole, but a tough hole. Hole number 7. Here's hole number 8. Right now the dot's on the left-hand side. There's a slope from left to right. You got to play it pretty far up that slope, maybe a few feet, and then it trickles back to the hole. From the middle and the right side of this, it's generally a flat putt. Probably one of the easier holes. This is hole number 8. This is hole number 9. The dot right now is on the far right-hand side. Makes it about a 6-inch right to left putt. Over on the left-hand side, once again, it plays pretty flat, maybe even a little bit left to right. This is a short hole, definitely a birdie hole. This middle section of holes, they call it Birdie Alley. It's a sequence of fairly short holes. So this is hole number 9. Here's hole number 10. In the middle of this hole, on the left-hand side, there's a little bit of a hill that makes the putt break left to right. Where the dot is right now, this is a left to right breaker. Once again, a short hole. And that's hole number 10. Here's hole 11. This one's a little bit uphill. On the left-hand side, there is a little bit of a hill that makes the putt break from left to right. It's probably about 6 inches outside left edge from the center. And another easy hole. You'd really like to make birdie here. This is hole 12. This is one of the tougher holes on the course. It's probably hard to see, but on the left-hand side here, there's a big hill. Ball breaks severely from left to right. When the dot is on the left-hand side, it's really tough to make. You have to slam it in. You're probably going to run it long. I think a lot of the players will actually be laying up on this hole, kind of leaving it just a little bit to the right or short right and having an easy 2-putt. So once again, this is called Birdie Alley. Holes 7 through 12. This is hole number 13. This is a tough hole. You got a big hill on the right, and some players will elect to play a severe right to left putt. But there's also a little channel on the left-hand side that breaks left to right. And you can play it that way and play the hole as a little bit of like a snake hole. Starts off left to right, and then at the end goes right to left. A very tough hole, hole 13. Here's hole number 14. This is a downhill putt. On the left-hand side, you have a hill that makes everything break from left to right. This is a difficult hole. Probably doesn't look it on the video, but the slope is pretty severe. And the fact that it's a downhill putt makes it even more difficult. This is hole number 14. Hole number 15 is a pretty easy hole. Right now, the dot is on the far left. This is an uphill putt. Plays maybe a foot left to right. Over on the right-hand side, it looks to be a little bit more of a flat putt. A lot of players are going to leave this short. The surface on the uphills tends to grab a little bit, so you got to make sure you give this enough. This is hole number 15. Hole 16 is probably the longest hole on the course. It's a lot of fun. Downhill. There's a big slope on the right and a slope on the left. I think most players are going out to the left on this one, and then it swings back, and then it flattens out by the hole. Then you have a lot of space here to miss long. This is hole number 16. And this is hole 17. It's a short uphill putt. There's hill on the right-hand side. Makes everything break right to left. There's also a backstop on this hole, which you normally don't see out here, but you can run this long and it will roll back down to the hole. That's hole 17. Here's hole 18, tough finishing hole. They have the dot quite a bit up right now. Heavy right to left breaker here, but it does kind of flatten out at the hole, so it's kind of tough to gauge the right place to hit this one. It's a very tough finishing hole. If you're down one stroke going into the final hole, it's going to be tough to make birdie. So this is the third island of holes, holes 13 through 18. Probably the toughest island in my opinion. They saved the best for last. So there it is, guys, putting world. An unbelievable putting extravaganza. These guys are going to be major players in the competitive putting world. And what a facility. We look forward to seeing you on February 25th. Here is a list that we just got of upcoming Putting World qualifying dates and tournament dates. All of these tournaments are supposed to have a minimum of a $30,000 purse. Very exciting stuff. Mark these in your calendar, and I can't wait to see you at the next Putting World event.